the Indian domestic political agenda mostly will be decided by the Hindu nationalists. But coming first specifically to this particular decision that has been given by the Indian Supreme Court on the status of Jammu and Kashmir, and particularly on the 5th of August 2019. So first, specifically speaking on that particular thing, that is there any chances of resumption of dialogue or normalization of ties or something? This particular verdict by the Indian Supreme Court has closed all the doors of any possibility of track one dialogue or any track two dialogue or any sort of uh, possibility of normalizing tie. So I would also like to share that currently in Pakistan, whatever is establishment is giving full power and support to a particular political party whose track record has been in the past pro-India, that I mean Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. So Muslim League Nawaz was also trying to establish some background context, something like that, because it was hoping that in case it get into the power in Pakistan, it will immediately make some contacts with the Indian political leadership for normalizing tie, because disturbance at eastern borders, tense relations with the neighbors is of course hampering the trade, economic connectivity, people-to-people contact between the two countries since long. If we see over last more than 3 years, the diplomatic ties between India and Pakistan are at the lowest. And there are no high commissioners, so staff is at the minimum level. There are delays in the visas and something like that. So, and the former government of Prime Minister Imran Khan also didn't do anything, didn't take any move that could have led to the normalization of ties. And then, of course, the next government came, PDM, although the former Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif made a couple of statements regarding relations with India. But if all of you remember, within few hours, then he had to take back those remarks. So you better understand that who controls the things in Pakistan. So he was not allowed to go extra mile as far as relations between Pakistan and India are concerned. So despite these all things, I don't think so. In Pakistan, the political situation is still complex. It's still uncertain whether elections will take place or not. But if elections take place, even former Prime Minister Mia Nawaz Sharif, who has been acquitted almost in all the cases, and first time he appeared on a nationwide broadcast address before the Pakistani nation, he didn't make any specific agenda as far as his foreign policy priorities are concerned, are particularly ties with India. So there is no surety whether he will come into power because there are other political factors. So keeping in view these all things, the uncertain political future, uncertain Pakistani elections and things like that, India in the background and international community is making it clear that there will be no engagement with Pakistan if there are no elections. So this particular thing is clear that Pakistan has to go to elections to get the the leadership elected by the vote, and the election should be fair, free, and in case if it is anyway engineered or twisted or election results are maneuvered, then again there will be hue and cry. So, Kamar Chima Saab, your answer to your question that it all depends upon the new political leadership in Pakistan that will decide the next roadmap of relations between India and Pakistan. And earlier point I responded that in the current situation, whatever were the windows of dialogue or negotiation or normalization of ties, this particular decision by the Indian Supreme Court has closed this all. And the common friends of both India and Pakistan, particularly some of the Western countries, they were also unhappy. although there is no official comment from the Western countries on this particular thing, except Pakistan, who made it very clear that this decision is unacceptable. This decision is in violation of the UN Security Council resolutions, the aspirations and the wishes of the people of Kashmir. So Pakistan was hoping that if the Indian Supreme Court had given this decision the other way, right, if it had rejected, then there could have been some possibility or something. But in this scenario, in this prevailing situation, in this tense situation, when you have already a tense situation on the western borders and already a tense situation at the eastern borders, I don't think so that there will be any normalization of ties between India and Pakistan. And next year, India is also going into elections. Let's hope so that who will be in power if BJP if BJP-led government is definitely starting its communication strategy, mass public contact campaign, or again engage public into the issues of Jammu and Kashmir, terrorism, and Pakistan, and will be able to do something vis-a-vis these foreign policy issues, and particularly the its narrative, particularly against Kashmir terrorism and Pakistan. Even I don't think so that these things now the Indian public will buy. Except Dr. Mujib Afzal Saab was of the view that nationalist Hindus element is key. I do agree that that element is key, but there are other people as well. And within Hindu community, all Hindus are not nationalists. There are Sikhs. The situation in Indian Punjab is different. Situation in states where Muslims are residing different. So 2024 for Indian elections would be different one. And since long Indian Congress is also fed up with these extremist policies of BJP. So there will be definitely mixed elections, mixed results in India. And in case if there is a coalition government, in
Hmm.
case there is a coalition government in India, or even Congress I party wins and comes into power, then there are hopes that situation would be different from now. What is happening now, if Congress I party comes into power, then situation will be different, although it would be difficult for Congress I party to take any drastic step on Jammu and Kashmir, which may deviate Indian typical traditional position on Jammu and Kashmir. It may not, but there are chances of resumption of dialogue if the Congress I party comes into the power. But
Hmm.
it will not be stepping back from its traditional strong position on Jammu and Kashmir, on waters, on counter-terrorism, and on many things.